South Wales, recently there have been, I think, within the architecture preferences, some real appreciations of the values of brick that have come about recently. I think that there's a real understanding it's been, people have known it, but there's been a re-reflection and a rediscovery of this issue of thermal mass as, the sustainability issues and things have become prevalent. I believe that it's become more and more understood in the profession that thermal mass is, something that's inherent, inbuilt in the material. You don't need to apply anything extra to it. It's there. If you construct it, in the right way, brick gives you that as like an instant inbuilt bonus to what you're doing. So I think with the emphasis there is on that sustainable issues and things in the profession, that you are seeing, coming back to the materials and the basics that do have those qualities inherent in them. I've seen some fantastic architecturally designed buildings, particularly Victoria and New South Wales recently, where there have been very innovative, beautiful ways that brick's been used. It has been unusual in terms of the aesthetics of it, but obviously still has those inherent qualities and have added value to the project in that way.
Traditionally, brickwork in South Australia has been highly used, particularly with the older buildings mixed in with stonework, particularly at the back of the buildings where stonework was an affordability issue. And then through the 60s and 70s, there was a big move towards the use of fair-face brickwork. And I think that actually stemmed from the movement in Sydney in the late 70s, where a number of architects that actually specialised in brickwork, usage of brickwork in their concepts. And then there was a shift away from that, and what's happened in the last 10 to 15 years, the market has perceived that brickwork's actually expensive. We've also de-skilled ourselves with bricklaying, and so the norm has been now to either render brickwork, paint brickwork, and not fair face. But we think there's actually a shift again, because people are starting to realise the maintenance of these painted walls.
Yeah, I think the toxins that are in our environment is a big issue, and I think that those things like acrylic coatings will become less and less prevalent, and the maintenance side of them and the replacement costs, life cycle issues will need to be dealt with, and that'll push more towards masonry.
I know in Western Australia, where half of our practice is based, what we're finding now is there are a group of people that are genuinely interested in brickwork. And it's sort of ironic in a way, coming from Western Australia, where the predominant material in the building industry is brick, yet the majority of architects have tended to avoid the use of brick other than to render over it. But there are a whole body of architects now that are actually really demonstrating, and I think also demonstrating through their own innovation and building works, but also demonstrating to another market, which is more of a mass market, about how you can actually use this material in a different way. The marketing and the campaign of Think Brick over the last 5 years has been the fundamental reason for this increased awareness.